Auriel Grace. And sitting next to me tonight is Kendra Lockhart. Yay!
Yay.
So we're going to go tonight. We're going through the month of June. We're going to talk about the month of June, astrologically speaking. If you have questions, put them in the comments. We'll see them. We can answer them for you. It'll be very fun for you, really. So we always ask that. Hey, Jenny. So if you have questions about anything that Kendra says, put them in the comments. Remember, we don't do horoscopes. So get your calendars out so you can mark the days that Kendra talks about, because there is energy moving through June like there's no tomorrow. I mean, it is just like speed racer. So make sure you put your tennies on and you get ready to go, because last month we had like refresh, invigorate, renew, all those other fun things. This month is like as soon as that checkered flag hits the ground, you better go. Because the energy is ripe for that. So if you're starting a new project or reinventing your projects or fixing up your websites or whatever, this is it. Hey, Mom. So, and also say this too, like you can contact Kendra on Instagram at Know Yourself Well. You join her group on Facebook at Know Yourself Well, because she goes live like once or twice a week to let you know what's up. And she does polls and all kinds of fun things. The fun things that I don't do. So, because I don't have time for it. I don't know how she makes time for it. I swear to God, she doesn't sleep. But
yep.
You all. So join her group on Facebook. Follow her on Instagram, because I feel like you'll get a lot out of it, right? And if you want to get to know her or anything, that's where you contact her. All right. Okay. So this month is a great month. Last month was a crazy month. This is going to be fun. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity, anybody who is listening live, or if you want to be on the replay, go ahead and let us know. Is it getting lighter for you? Or are you noticing that some of the weight is coming out of this year as we're moving through these last couple of months, because they did have a theme going on?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. Like if you're one of the ones who's experiencing a little bit of whoo, let us know. Yes. Yeah. No, it is, and that doesn't mean you're not tired. I got a little tired in May, but it's still getting lighter. So without further ado, let's read some fun stuff about June. I have a plot twist for you. You know how I always give you the lucky day? I'm going to give you an unlucky day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have a little like day. So, all right. Well, let's begin. I hope you have your pen and paper ready. So here we go.
Yeah.
On June 6th, we have Venus, the planet of love, beauty, worth, and wealth, moving into its home sign of Taurus. Taurus is governed by Venus, so she's coming back home. And what that means is there's going to be a lot of nature time that you should embrace. You should get in touch with what is truly comfort for you, not, my comfort is a Starbucks little coffee with whipped cream on top. No, that's a treat.
That's a treat, and that's fun.
Comfort for me is when there's no drama. Yeah. Treat, not comfort. Comfort is no drama.
Right.
Comfort is taking myself to the John Wick movie in 5 days. I'm so nerding out. I absolutely love the cinematography. I love the storyline. Those are what we're talking about. These are not things for the ego. These are comforts for the soul. So
Right.
I want you to think about that. Very quickly after that, June 8th, we have Mercury, the planet of your communication, your listening, your learning, and your languaging, rolling over into Cancer. Fun for some people.
Really?
I am not one of those people. Now, this can help people who have watery words. This is great for journaling. It may not be as clear if you want to write something concise. So I want you to consider that you're going to have to be a little careful and not necessarily go through verbal dumping through the month of June. Because
right.
If you are matched up with somebody like me, I'm going to be that person who's like, this could have been an email, land the plane. Why am I on a 3-hour tour to know what you're talking about? So this is the opposite of concise, and that's fine. Just match your communication to the right listener. Okay? Because it is going to be a bit of a moody month, and we don't want to poke anybody's emotional bodies, including our own, because that's going to happen. You're going to go through some feelings this month, whether you like it or not. All right, June 9th. Can I get a hallelujah? Jupiter goes into Cancer. This is the big change. This is one of the big changes in 2025 that gets us into a new chapter and era together. So Jupiter in Cancer, what's Jupiter good for? Multiply and expanding. What's Cancer good for? The heart, your abundance, your connections, and your family. So if you have been having family challenges, this is a time where everybody uses their heart smarts. Not everybody's going to want to. There's going to be resistance. You know that. But the space to tie up some ends, to slow down and say, maybe I missaid that. Maybe I misread that. Maybe I'm not listening. There is potential for that. This could be a good time after June 9th for you to refresh the family connections. Now, I don't advise that you go charging in on your white horse with your cape and think, ta-da, I'm going to get everybody to go contact again. Just understand this is where you can plant some seeds. And because Jupiter stays in a sign for a full year, at least, at worst, you have the rest of 2025 and part of 2026 to ride this wave for yourself, for others, and with people that are part of your original story. And that can be exciting. That can tie up some loose ends and have you take the weight off of that, because in American culture, we are heavy into making family important. So when things go wrong, we take it heavier and more seriously than most cultures. All right, June 11th. Let's keep it cooking. We've got the full moon in Sagittarius. Now, you know the full moon is let it go. The new moon is let it grow. So what do we have to let go? Sagittarius. Look, the best part about Sagittarius is it is an incredibly adventurous sign. The not so great part about Sagittarius is that it can be very excessive, and it can just charge in thinking it's, God's gift.
Thank you.
And so this is where you let go of leaping before you're looking. And this is where you let go of baby steps, because you're not using that adventureness in your system. So in June, take out both the high and the low and get into your set point, and then find the edge of it. Move your needle a little bit, because this is an opportunity. If it was going to be this way all year round, you can be lazy daisy. It's not. It's a window.
Right.
Here is your unlucky day, June 15th. All right, let me have your full attention for a moment. Jupiter and Saturn are in a square. Jupiter is the gas pedal in your car. Saturn is the brake pedal. If you get too speedy, Saturn helps you out. If you're not moving fast enough, Jupiter helps you out. They are in a little bit of a checkmate. And what does Jupiter do? It accelerates and amplifies. And Saturn hold delays and karma. So this is where think it, don't speak it. Do not put that out into your orbit.
I've been
chill.
telling people,
Just, you know,
like for the past 3 months, if you don't have anything nice to say, shut it. So on the
yeah,
15th,
or, you know, write yourself. If it's really bubbling up, go grab a piece of paper, write yourself a rage page, flush it down the toilet, burn it up. I don't care. Put it, you know, scream it into your little coffee cup. Ah! I don't care. Not to the people that you're aiming it at. This is, words do not become your little sword. Don't go stabbing people, and don't you die on it either, because you're going to get a little spiky. And I might have a check-in with everybody on June 16th. Go, how do we do? Do we get an A? Do we get an F minus?
okay.
Did we listen? Did we learn? It
What
happens,
do we do?
you know? Yeah, you know, just like little kids, you know, sometimes you have to say it a lot more than just once. But remember, we're not little kids, and we have plenty of data called shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. So you have a gift right now of getting the answers on the test before the test shows up. June 15th. No. Just no.
Right.
Go in the room, go for a walk, read a book, write it out, shout it out into the, you know, the wind, let it get taken away from you. You know, this is where you soothe it down, just like I was telling Auriel before we started, like when in the movie the Avengers, when Scarlet Widow and the Hulk is just out of control, she's like, hey big guy, sunset's coming, let's take it down, I think you're getting a little tired, shh, and turns him back into David Banner or Bruce, depending which storyline you follow. So unhulk yourself. Okay,
unhulk yourself. Yeah,
unhulk yourself. Now the next half of the month looks good.
Look.
What'd you write?
Shut up.
No karma. No new karma for you. We're all on the ride to end our loops. Do not open a new portal. Don't do it. Because Jupiter thinks it's the rock star. Jupiter is like, yes, I want it all, and I'm going to trash my hotel room. And Saturn is like, oh, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that.
Hey, Bonnie.
Oh, hey, look, I can finally see some comments with the upgraded.
I know, right? Yeah, because
right. Hi.
we have a new thing here, and so now we can see. Now you can see some comments, and I can see the comments. But
oh my God, I dig it. I was always flying blind.
Right.
All right, so let's wrap up.
So first, wait. Okay. So while Kendra's telling us about the month and you're writing your notes down and stuff, if you have questions for her about what she says, remember to put them in the comments. If she can't see them, I can read them out to her. And I want you guys to listen, because this month is really, I keep feeling like this is a month that can make the rest of the year. So, make sure to pay attention. And if you missed the first part of the show, you can always go back and listen to it. Like, you can listen to it on Facebook and YouTube. So, and I also put it up on Instagram too. So if you need to watch the replay, watch the replay. And that way you can get the dates that you missed, just in case you're coming in now or even a little bit later. But if you have questions for her, ask her. All right, because she likes answering questions.
I do. It's my thing. By the way, hi Jenny. We have a genius. We have a member of the audience here from New York, who I met when I went out there, who is a brilliant human design expert to help you with your marketing business, by the way. So yeah, she's one of my secret weapons and one of my favorites. All right, so here we go. Let's finish this up, and then we can take your questions. So June 17th, we have Mars in Virgo. Virgo as a sign, as a flavor, as a filter, is detail-oriented and is the taskmaster. Mars is your push. So what happens when those two come together, like peanut butter jelly? You get into your efficiency. We're going to start to get over our procrastination and our diddling around with our time and get out of, Well, what about this? Well, what about, no, you're just going to see it and take the shot. So this is where you get my superpower, which is impatience, but you blend it into a better universe called efficiency and productivity, and you start bending your time. Instead of it taking 6 hours, you get it down to 3. So think about that. You have that happening this month, which could be huge for the rest of your year, is to get good at that, is to build that muscle, go to that boot camp with it. On June 20th, we have the sun going in Cancer.
That was, Jenny, that was June 17th.
Yes, June 17th, Mars goes into Virgo.
Yeah.
On June 20th, we've got the sun going into Cancer on the solstice. Solstice is my happy day because it's the longest day. It's the most light our entire year, but I don't particularly do well in Cancer. And there's a reason. And Auriel can help you out with her psychic readings and her energy work and basically her accountability sessions, because this is where your emotional body gets to have 4 weeks at your wheel behind your car. And I'm like, no, please no. But it's good for a lot of people out there. If you're in healthcare, this is wonderful. If you're a family person, this is wonderful. And there's still room for you to roll it a little too hard to the left or right, like a ship in the wave of my feelings, my feelings, my feelings. Those are your reactions. Those aren't your observations. Something happened, and then you're responding to it. And if you can't see the difference, if you're going to start calling it fact instead of feeling, then by all means, get somebody who is very good at being sober through all that, either one of us, and make sure that you stay anchored and can exhale through that and get back to a state of neutrality. Cancer is great for many things as far as the solar season, and it's where I usually get a little quiet and I stay away from everybody's heightened, repercussions and responses.
Gotta stay away from the goon cooties.
It's not even that. It's just everyone gets sweat. They swell. It's like they're a little bit of pride. They're a lot of pride. They're a little bit of sad. They're a lot of sad. They're a little bit petty. There's a lot of petty. It's time. Look at July 4th. Look at how big of a feeling we make that. There's a reason it's in Cancer season. You're right. You couldn't ask for. I mean, you're at front and center of that concert called Feelings.
Right.
So, and if you're into it, by all means. And this is, like I said, this is where I go away, and this is where I make sure I'm not eating my emotions. And this is, I get very productive. This is where I journal extra. This is where I might scream into the can. So you've got 4 weeks of that. All right, your final 3 look pretty good. Now we do have a long day. We have June 24th. We have a Cazimi. We are in the heart of the sun. I know. And you're sad.
Okay, wait. Explain what a Cazimi is, why it is so exciting.
Well, why don't you tell me why it excites you so much? But yes, I can do that.
I love the word. It has nothing to do with anything. I just like the word. It's like Shazam. Cazimi.
You know what? It does have that abracadabra feel to it. So Cazimi is Arabic. And it does mean in the heart of the sun. Not the center of the sun, in its heart. So the sun is your illuminator. It is your light source. And it's also your life force. We can't do anything down here in Earth Camp without the sun.
Right.
So when we bring Jupiter into the mix and we have a perfect conjunction at the same tips and the same degrees, we get a burst of optimism and positive thinking and having courage around our vision and our direction and our steps into that adventure. So if you feel a lovely little wind at your back, filling your sails on June 24th, hey, maybe you should do your thing that we've talked about every year and go play the lottery.
Yeah, I'm playing the lottery, baby. Because, I like playing the lottery. It's fun.
Plus, your Sag rising. Yeah. All right, let's button this up. We've got June 25th. Now we're full on Cancer season. We have the new moon in Cancer. Come home to yourself. This is where you let it grow. This is where you plant a seed on this timeline to get nurtured, to blossom. And so because it's this blank space, you've got double Cancer, you got the sun in Cancer and the moon right in front of it. Come home to yourself. What does your soul need right now? What does it need? And don't bypass that. Don't skim over it. What does it really need? This is almost your halfway through the year check-in. What do you need right now at the soul level?
Right.
What is it? I'm taking applications for new best friends in Chicago. That's what I need right now.
I'm not taking applications for friendship right now.
I had quite the flash sale on them after I got back from New York.
Sold them out.
They all went away, and I was like, when? And then I went, am I really way about it? This is, oh, okay. Hey, guess what I don't have to deal with now?
Right.
So yes, it was people being stuck. I did a lot of growing. I didn't see it. And now with them being upset that I grew, now I see it. So I have a fresh new lineup, like draft season for a ball team. Let's go. Let's win that World Series. Okay, and let's do your last one. June 26th, we have Mercury moving into Leo. And just to remind you, because I want to keep, putting that residue and that layer on you, we've got Mercury, the planet of your communication. This is how you listen, this is how you learn, and this is how you language. And I love that. There's a reason I came up with that alliteration for you. And this goes into a very self-referencing, self-anchored, self-centered sign of Leo. You have the confidence to use your voice. You're going to have, I want you to, make sure you're not so grandiose. You're like, I can make $1 million by the end of the week. Don't do that. Don't get into the false grandiosity or the big for your britches and pop it off. But it's a really good time to speak up on the things that you've been a little shy about, or you've been more concerned about other people's. Hey, how are you, Mary? That you've been a little hesitant because you were worried that other people's ideas might outshine your own concern with what you got to say. Let it rip. See where it lands.
Right.
And that is the month of June.
I think that looks like a pretty good cool month.
I'm excited. I've got my bags packed. I'm ready.
So we want, because here's the thing, is that I've been following these, I call them my little star maps. They usually go on sticky notes. Sometimes they go on grid paper. It just depends. But I've noticed that by following my little notes every month, and I take this off because I'm old school. I actually book on a real paper calendar. Like all my appointments get written on a paper calendar. And so I use sticky notes all over my calendar to remind me the days and what days are the good days and what days I should shut the heck up and just do my thing. So if you all need reminders, and if you're old school like me and do your appointments on a real paper calendar, these sticky notes work really great. So, and I'm the sticky note queen. I am. I have sticky notes over my house. Sometimes stuck on things so that I will remember to do things.
I like that. And my version of that, if any of you have met me, my favorite word in the English language is done. So I've got my little highlights where I sum each one up. I'm like comfort, soul care, leap, hold. And I love drawing a line through them as we walk through the month. Done.
Yep. Done.
Done. Because
That's
that's where I give myself my calories. Completion. That's where I get my fuel.
That's it. This, I tell a lot of people when they want to energetically cut or energetically move away from something, say, I'm done, and really mean it. Because it is a word that has a great resonance to it. And when you say it and you really mean it, you're pushing whatever that energy is out of your energy field. You're done. And you're telling the universe, I'm done with this. Done. And the universe says, oh, you're done? Okay. And then you can be done with that specific energy. And a lot of people are like, how can I clear myself of like this goo, this junk? Be done with it. You don't have to stay connected to stuff that holds you back, holds you down, makes you feel heavy. You know, all of that, those are all burdens you don't need to carry around. If you don't want it, be done with it. And
now,
it is
if you're having
that easy.
yes, and you know me, I'm the word nerd over here. If the word done isn't strong enough for you, move it into it's finished.
Finished. Done.
Because
Gone.
I have played, yeah, you know, done is a hard word because, you know, I've got lots of, I got a lot of people in my body count, people who aren't allowed in anymore, who said done and didn't mean it. So come here, you. Done.
Yeah.
Like that.
When I say I'm done, I'm really done. So if I say that to somebody, sometimes I think I'm in, but I'm not, because I'm done. And I think it's a really good word to really, for the soul, so that the soul gets it. The soul understands that that you're finished, and it's such a relief to feel that. So that when you're moving through your day, or you're having to deal with sometimes with people that are idiots, then it's sometimes you have to repeat it to them. Stick you with the fork, mom. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my favorite, other than done, other than finished, it's over. Bye-bye. Not goodbye, but I'll see you tomorrow. No, I don't put it in the trash and then go dig in the trash. Yeah. Look, Maddie's not done with me. She doesn't listen.
I know, Maddie is so cool. Everybody say hi to Maddie. Maddie is the prettiest kitty on the planet.
Maddie has a birthday.
I said so.
This little one, come here, you. Hi. Turns 15 on the 15th. It's her golden birthday. There will be salmon. There will be champagne because she should have access to good food and drink. But it's on that unlucky day. So if she gets a little weird, nah, we'll make your birthday tomorrow. Not planned. You like my parenting style?
No, hey, you can't be nice. Tomorrow's your birthday.
That's right. It's shut up day.
It's shut up day. I'm gonna write that on. I'm not booking any appointments on that day. I might make an image too.
Please do.
Shut up. Put it up.
I know your love of Canva.
I know. I love Canva. Canva is fun for me. Everybody is like always.
Yes.
Canva. I'm like, yes. See, we have hi Maddies. Maddie.
We have hi Maddies.
But all right.
This is where we're taking questions.
This is where we're taking questions.
Yeah.
And next week we're going to do like another astrology show. Next week, Kendra is going to walk us through sun, moon, and rising signs, what they mean, how they affect you, and how you can help yourself. Like now now you have this information, and so it can assist you with when you're out in the world and when you go within. So
Yes.
it's going to be a fun show. And she's going to show off some of
Well,
her
it's also a fun day.
Yeah, it's the 8th.
Because, yes. So why I'm so excited to do this was Auriel's suggestion. And you know me, I'm always curious. I love a good inspiration. I created a do-it-yourself, learn, decode astrology, and do your own natal chart workbook that I just released today. So our buddy Auriel, right, that way, nope, that way, camera, this way, over here, was kind enough to see it ahead of time and write a wonderful review and gets a shout out in it. So I will give everybody who is asking questions on the 8th, I will give them a free page from the workbook to help you out so that you understand and can anchor and, take something with you like a souvenir from that conversation we're going to have.
Yeah,
tomorrow,
because next
I will drop the link for the workbook in my socials, so you can find it. It's $11. I can email it to you as a Google link. I can get it to you as a PDF. But this is my love letter. This was because a lot of great people gave me the right kind of love and encouragement and appreciation to give this away for a very small amount. I think I spent like 100 hours of working on it. But you know what? You do it once, you don't ever have to do it again.
That's right. Exactly. So if you next week, you're going to see and you're going to hear about her book. Did you see what the mom says? June is not my best or favorite month. I think I'll just zip it till July.
June could be fun for you this month. Your mom's a Virgo, right?
No, she's a Leo. She's the sun, baby. She's the center.
Why wouldn't you? No. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine, Mom. You'll be fine. Yep. Don't worry. Do you want to share with you guys something, though? Let's see if we can do this. Let's see. This is me and Kendra, so I'm going to press this. Okay. Oh, wait. I can't do it yet. I have to go over here and do something else. Hold on. I'm going to add something to here. But I wanted you guys to know about Kendra's book because I read it last night. And in order to do a review for it. And it's really good. And I wish I had a book like this, like 20 years ago, so that I could understand astrology better and just break it down. It's just really, it's really good. And I had a couple of aha moments. I was like, oh, this is why that happens. But I wanted you guys to know about this now. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Hold on. I'm putting this in here because I wanted to show you guys this picture, this great picture I took yesterday. But we want to understand so many different things in our, we want to understand all our different tools. And this is why this show is so that to give you tools for your toolbox so that you understand that there's more than one choice for you to make so that, let me see if it'll do it. There. That's it. Okay, everybody. Check that out. I want you to know that you have a choice, that you can use different modalities. There are certain, I was reading this thing about Reiki the other day that somebody put down, and there were people adamant that you could only use Reiki, that it was only just this. And I'm like, dudes, really? You were talking, no. when you, and I'll use Reiki as an example. When I do Reiki for my clients, and all of you guys are distant because I do them all here in this office. I never do appointments in person unless I'm in Chicago. Okay. So when I sit down, like to do an accountability session or reading, there's always Reiki there. And not only am I doing your reading, I'm doing Reiki on Reiki. I'm also clearing your energy field. I'm balancing your chakras. I'm looking at your energetic field to see if you need to get rid of stuff. So you can combine everything into one thing. And you can even, I know people that do readings that can do, that combine astrology with their readings. So I want you, this is why we talk about this on Sunday nights, is so that you know you have options. You can combine things. You can talk to people about things. It gives you knowledge and you have questions. Like, so make sure that you don't get like this and put those blinders on and just keep moving like that. Open your mind so that you can like grab these tools for your toolbox and utilize them. Okay. So a lot of the things that I do now, like I learned and I was self-taught. So Kendra, she has learned this. She has been self-taught. There's nothing wrong with that. And the book that she wrote is great. So if you want to get that book, like you go and talk to Kendra. Go find her at Know Yourself Well on Instagram and group on Facebook. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Did that work? Okay. So the reason why I put this picture up is because of Venus. Venus is going in Taurus. This is a beautiful picture I took yesterday. It finally stopped raining for a while here. And I was in the bog gardens here in Greensboro. And yes, it was slippery out there. But if you look at it, you can see the trees' reflections in the water. And it was just such a pretty day. And this is like a really great picture, I thought. Anyway, so everybody on the day, Venus is great for this, for inspiring walks through nature, and really identifying and seeing beauty in all things. So,
well done.
What?
No, I said well done. It's actually lovely.
Yeah. So when you take a walk, remember to admire nature and see the beauty in it. Okay. All right. So, do you have anything else to say?
No. I'm like ready player one. Let's do a great June.
Yeah, let's do a great June. Yeah, everybody. Let's do it. All right. So,
all right, I'll see you next week.
Kendra and I are going to see you next week. Well, and until then, remember, keep your hearts open and align with the energy of love. Good night, everybody.